In this lesson we're looking at parallel lines. Now if we consider those two lines there, they are parallel. Okay, if we extended them they would never meet. And the way we note parallel lines is by drawing the same arrow on each one. Alright, sometimes there's two arrows on each thing, but as long as the arrows are common to both. Now what we have here is called a transversal. Alright, that's another line that cuts through the parallel lines. And when we have a transversal, it forms a number of angles there, as we can see. And there's 4 down the bottom as well. So, let's consider these two angles that we've marked here. Now what they're known as is corresponding angles. Now they are equal, so those corresponding angles are equal. Now if we were to trace that top angle and the bottom angle there, what letter do you see there? Okay, the letter F. So we can call them F angles as well, to remind ourselves, okay, F angles are corresponding angles. Now another two angles that are marked there, these are an example of alternate angles. And alternate angles are equal. Now let's trace out that angle and the bottom angle. And what letter have we got there? Z this time. So we'll call them Z angles. Now the third type of angles we're interested in are what's known as co-interior angles. Okay, that word interior meaning on the inside. So co-interior angles, do they look equal to you? Well, they're not equal. They add to 180 degrees. And a word for that is that they are supplementary. So the word supplementary meaning adding to 180 degrees. So if we traced out that top angle and the bottom angle, this time what have we got? We've got a C. Alright, so we call them C angles. Excellent. Let's look at some examples now. We're asked to find the value of the pronumeral giving reasons. So the first one there, we've got a set of parallel lines. We've got marked as A and 70 degrees. So if we trace out the A and the 70 degrees, what have we got? They are our Z angles, aren't they? So we can say that A equals 70 because they're alternate angles. So the reasons there, alternate angles, and they are parallel lines. So that's how, when we give reasons, that's how we're going to write it. This time, we've got another set of parallel lines with the transversal. We trace that D and trace the 110 degrees. That is the F angle, as we can see. So they are equal angles. They're corresponding. So we could write that D equals 110 degrees. And the giving reasons part, because they are corresponding angles and they're on parallel lines. Terrific. Our third and final example for this lesson, we've got another set of parallel lines. Let's trace out the M and then the 80 degrees. Now let's focus on that. That's a C angles. It's backwards, but that's okay. So C angles, they're co-interior. Are they equal though? No, they're not. They add up to 180. So we can say that M must equal 100 degrees because in giving reasons, co-interior angles and their parallel lines. Excellent.